Now, I will be shocked if I'm the only one who's done this, but I don't watch anybody else. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing it first. Even if I'm not, I'm the one that did the first one that mattered, okay? I'm reacting to Brandon Rogers today. Oh, what a way to start a video. Hey, I don't care if you like me or not. My name's Jake Monroe, and I'm going to be reacting to Brandon Rogers' Life is Darkness, which I can only imagine is yet another goth parody video. I think I've met Brandon Rogers before, in character. I didn't make it into one of his videos, I don't think, but I didn't know who he was, and he was at one of the conventions that I was at, and one of his people came up to us, because we're sitting in a group. I think his assistant or something came up to us and said, Brandon Rogers is going to come over in a couple of minutes, in a couple of seconds, and he is going to be in character, and he's going to be doing this and just making sure you guys are okay with that. And we were like, yeah, that's fine. And then sure enough, a couple of seconds later, some wacky wild character comes over, and I'm pretty sure that was Brandon Rogers. I didn't know who he was at the time, and I saw where he's like, is it Andy P? I can't remember what it's called.
That's how means it's done. So you gotta walk.
But he does a lot of really funny comedy videos. I think he's great. Someone did send this to me on Instagram saying, hey, you should react to this. Life is Darkness.
We are all students of darkness.
My name is Draven Dusk, and darkness is not only my old friend, but my landlord, roommate, and buddy as well.
I love that we're in a graveyard. I'm also loving the sort of early 2000s take on goth that he's got going on here. The thin black lipstick is loving that.
I got a teacher fired for calling me tardy.
Stop looking at me!
In my free time, I collect trash and make it goth. Anything can be goth, it just needs a little Sharpie and heartache. And some spikes never hurt nobody. Actually, they hurt everyone.
This idea of making things goth, this is one of the things where it's just like, that's one of those instances where when people say it's all about the music, it's only the music, I'm kind of like, kinda. There's a difference between enjoying goth music, and being a goth, right? When someone says, I'm going to dress goth, or I'm going to gothify my room, I have a goth looking house. You know what they're talking about, right? You have an image in your head that immediately pops up.
Black is the best color.
I even turned my own dead mom into goth this year.
Can we just look at this? Corn. I like the fact it looks like Robert Smith there specifically is corn. I love this. I love the fact, is that blood or a dick? Like, what does he put on this thing? Hot Topic. Okay, so the UK missed out big time on Hot Topic. We did not have Hot Topic. We had Blue Banana. That's what we had. It was something else. I can't remember. I went there on tour and I got some nice shorts. Not these ones that I'm wearing now. I'm sorry that I'm wearing shorts. I'm sorry if that might break the illusion of my entire outfit. It's just, I don't like being too hot when I'm doing these videos, okay? I love the just cut out fishnet hand warmers.
This year, Mother's Day is in hell. For my work, I own an oddity shop.
Oddity shop. Yeah.
Which is basically a store for weird people.
Someone buy something!
Weird rich people, which I think is an even more special level of weird. Also, can we remark on this hat that he's wearing? That's amazing. That's a nice hat. That's a nice hat. And the wallet chain that's going on here on the waist. How old are you, Brendan? When was the last time you saw alternative culture? Because I'm starting to get the impression that you might be roughly the same age as me. 1 second here. Hey Siri, how old is Brandon Rogers? He's 35, yeah, we're the same age. Roughly, 3 years. Yeah, I could totally see. Okay, so he's replicating the version of goth which he was last familiar with, which was back in the 2000s, the mid-2000s, the last time he was a teenager, and then subsequently, you know, got his own place, was away from, you know, social circles of people who were alternative. I love that we're seeing his last known memory of what it looked like. It's the Paisley headband, I think, as well.
I'm having private goth time right now!
And we got a museum dedicated to horror.
This is LA. This is straight up LA.
I'm so dark, I even sleep with all my weapons, so I wake up with maximum blood. I relate to this temperature.
It's so cringy and terrible. I love, after all this time, that goths are still so cringe, that all of this still makes sense to a degree. Because as we all know, goths are probably the least funny subculture out there, which is probably why I've been called a poser, because I'm actually hilarious, and that must in some way revoke my goth card, in which case take it.
No one knows I dress like this year-round!
Didn't your parents ever tell you about Jesus?
Your parents should have told you about condoms.
So the UK is pretty secular, so I never got the Jesus thing. But we got the year-round Halloween thing. Hey, it's not Halloween anymore. Wow, no way, really?
I wish I was hung.
You wish you were hung? Well, I am hung. But to die by hanging is hanged. I am hung.
Someone better make me bleed. Gonna use caution.
Decomposition is art. Oh, shit. Ow, ow, ow,
I
ow.
like the cigarettes on your hat.
Death is always on my mind.
I like that one. That's good. What are these places he's going to, man? Like, it's definitely LA, but where?
I grew my hair for nothing. Live leak was my meat and potatoes.
Oh, live leak. You know, Instagram Reels is becoming the new live leak, man. The amount of people I see die on a daily basis on that app now. Prime content, Instagram. Thank you for not removing it. Thank you actually for removing nudity. In fact, not even. So thank you for removing, I guess, nothing.
It's Gothic!
Darkness is not a...
I'm laughing because I like the idea of him putting that entire outfit on, the makeup, everything, setting up the camera, sitting there, just to do the one line.
Darkness is not a choice, but a way of life that I choose to live every day. Happiness is not about erasing the darkness, but learning to live with it. Because real darkness cannot be cleansed.
Do you know what? I just had an idea. So it's quite clear that Brandon Rogers' understanding of Gothic subculture is meager at best. And you're probably wondering to yourself, how, Jake, are you laughing at Brandon Rogers? That was awful. That was terrible. Yeah, it was bloody terrible. It was. But I like Brandon Rogers, and whenever you understand someone's sense of comedy, it adds a new layer of appreciation to the performance. Watch any other Brandon Rogers stuff, it's fantastic. There was one about the Power Rangers, I think, and he plays all the characters. It's brilliant. It's good stuff.
Get a load of this, Angel Grub!
There was one about being British as well, which was fantastic, man.
Yes, master is home!
He takes my coat, my shoes, and my farts.
Drop, you're very brave, darling.
It's very good. It was making fun of British culture, like their yellow teeth and their awful accents. But the idea that I had, I'm not gonna actually say what it is, because quite clearly, everyone likes to steal everything I do. Not that I'm the inventor of these things that will remain nameless. But when you see it, you definitely go, didn't Jake do that? We tag Jake in this. Didn't Jake do this? You did this, Jake. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't invent it, but I can bet you ask where they got the idea from. So I'm not gonna say what my idea is. But let's just say I'm probably going to revisit that god-awful Gothic memes subreddit again. Because, holy Christ, if you think that was unfunny, if you think that was devoid of any humor at all, I dare you to go to the /goth memes, or whatever it's called on Reddit, right? I did a video reacting to it. Nothing in there is funny. Don't take a shot every time someone references Friday I'm in Love by The Cure, because you will die. You will die of alcohol poisoning before the page refreshes the next level. It's amazing how long they keep finding that joke funny. In fact, real quick, just for shits and gigs. And there we go. Immediately. I did 1, 2, 3.5 scrolls. And there's the Friday meme joke by someone with the word Raven in their username. Good Lord. Do I even want to be goth at this point? Because it's cringe. Oh, look, another one. When it's Friday, but you're not in love. Born too late for the heyday of goth in the 80s. Born too soon for the second golden age of goth. Hilarious. None of you will ever let that happen. Goths are their own worst enemy, man. Thank you, Daddy. May I have another? Thank you, Daddy. May I have another? Let's see what else we got here. Oh, look. Thank you, Daddy. May I have another? More Cure references. More Cure references. More Cure references. It's amazing how shallow the pool is that is actually memeable in the goth subculture. Tells you a lot. So whenever you think, man, that could have gone a lot deeper, Brandon Rogers, there's a lot of stuff that you could have gone into. Not really that much, to be honest with you.
My name is Draven Dusk, and Darkness is not only my old friend, but my landlord, roommate, and buddy as well.
I'm gonna use that. That's now my YouTube bio. That's now my YouTube bio.
I got a teacher fired for calling me tardy.
Stop
looking at
That
me?
guy's face has been blurred out. That actually might just be a random dude. Oh, stop looking at me. Yes, of course, the juxtaposition of standing out, looking different to everybody else, but hating the attention. It is the irony that all goths must live with.
I'm so dark I even sleep with all my weapons, so I wake up with maximum blood.
That is male goth energy right there. That's male goth energy right there. This is why no one wants to date goth guys ever. Goth chicks date normal guys. Normal guys date goth chicks. There's no meme currently going around by girls being like, when you find your short, tiny goth boyfriend. No. It's all about wanting a 6'4" goth girlfriend, which to me doesn't even sound good on paper, but some people it does. But you don't want one of those. The consistency of narcissism amongst goth women is worthy of study, okay? But male goths have to admit that they are the bottom of the barrel. And how can they improve their chances? By owning cool things like oddity stores and lots of swords and guns. Because cool stuff, right? You're not gonna have a girl around. There's no girl's gonna be anywhere near you. So you get to have all the cool guy stuff that you've ever wanted. Man, get that Mjolnir necklace. It's the best. Buy that trench coat from the Crow that you've always wanted. Who cares? You're not gonna have a girl around to tell you not to wear it. Get that samurai sword. Get that Viking sword. Get that Viking runes necklace. Nestled deep in your mousy brown chest hair. Get that trilby. Don't get a trilby. Anyway, guys, I was Jake Monroe today, and I will be tomorrow. And I've lost interest. Bye.